How you doing? This is the Lego wall that we started about a year ago. We've got all the Batman villains over there. Tintin, Ghostbusters, which I just finished off the other day, and the James Bonds. Now we're going to put Stripe and Gizmo in here. So let's draw them in. I'll bring the black down from the Bonds underneath it. Quite a weird head. Draw them in first and then come back later on, put colour on. It's a bit rough for now. Make sure the eyes are even. It'll be a lot better when we put the colour in. Oh. Okay. What's that? So I've got Gizmo done, just his head. I'll put his body in later. Now I'm going to put Stripe in here. I think it's just a little bit bigger, isn't he? Bigger he is. Leave room for his hair up here. There. Left hand going to get a bit rough. The paint's going to go over it anyway, so. Those eyebrow dots there. Oh, really like a rough wall. So it's just really rough for now until I got the paints in. Huge grin. Goes down there, up. So just for now, need that bit more, I think. Some bites in his ears, which I can just sharpen up later on, make his chin a little bit bigger. Yeah. And come back on that with paint. Yeah, okay. So basically my plan is to put colour painting on these. I'll draw the bodies in now and then come back once the paint's dry and do a nice big thick black permanent marker outline around them. I'm going to need some green for him, brown, some white, bit of beige. Yeah, and the body's about here. And that should be it. Okay. Just putting in the bodies as quick as I can. this might be where the picture ends, down the bottom here where the feet are. Don't know. Oh yeah, I've forgotten. Stripe has got different Lego legs to a normal Lego figure. So he's a bit all over the place. Make him look like he's making a step. Yeah, and that is pretty much it. So now you get the paint on. Yeah, the lead's gone. Paint time. Get the white in on his legs. This is really rough because I need to put permanent marker outline over it after, so it's not really going to matter how rough it is on the outsides at all. Figure out why you need the white first. I need the white on his legs. I need the white around his eye. I need to make this last because this is the last of my white paint. And the white on his chest. Just in there, really rough because, as I said, it's going to be a black outline around it all. I come back to it once the paint's well dry. A bit more in there. Okay, we'll move over to stripe. Okay, it's Mohican. Big white Mohican. As I said, when I finish these, I'll come back and finish the bonds off and put the blacks in. Behind there. What else? His teeth. Oh, I've put too much paint in there now. In there, yeah, the markers. It looks rough as hell, but put a bit more, thicken it up. It's not too wishy-washy. Go back, finish that off. A bit more in there. It's nice thick acrylic paint, so it should dry okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm going to do a bit of a cream colour. I've not got a lot left of the white, so just a bit of creamy pink. Mix that in really well and take it over. Okay. That's that. Here is around his mouth and his nose. I'm running out already. Sometimes when it gets too dry, no one's looking, I'll spit in it, get a bit of water in it, but not today. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I've managed to get the last of the white out of this tube. Must get more white, and I've just managed to get a bit more of a creamy colour, a bit more of a paler cream than what I had. Stripe series. I managed to make a bit more of a creamy colour. The inside of Stripe's ears. I know it looks rough as hell. But once I got the green in, the other colours and the marker pen at the end, the finishing touch, it'll be okay. Yeah. And this as well, because because this isn't white on him. His chest. And just a little bit on his legs, if I remember. That's a little bit in there. Yeah, I'll do those dots. I'll come back. Once I've greened in, I'll come back and do those dots again because there's no point doing them now. Okay, I put some green in that I'm going to use for stripe. Bit of red and some of the kind of this yellowy stuff that was left. Yellowy orange to make brown to now do Gizmo. Should have used a smaller brush really. Kind of walked into a trap here. It doesn't matter, it'll be alright. Got enough brown paint, well more than enough. Be okay. That's actually a cookie. I actually did that while the video was off. So. There. Down there. Do all the detail with a black marker like that. And that is kind of getting there with Gizmo. That's all his colours in. Anyway, apart from his eyes, I'll blacken in his eyes. The end. That's what I'll do. One thing. Okay. All right then. So I'm just getting his eyes in. The problem with Stripe is he's got a load of detail on him. I know this looks rough as hell, but I'm going to put the yellow dots on his eyebrows, and around his eyes once the green that I'm going to put on in a minute is completely dry. Otherwise it just ends up being a real mishmash and a real mess. There you go. Right, okay. Right, I'm on the green of Stripe. Don't panic. I know I've lost the dots and I've lost all the detail in here. He's got stripes on him and dots and yellow around his eyes and stuff. And I'll put that in once the paint's dried because otherwise it just ends up being a right botch mess. Paint's running into each other. Again, I should use a smaller brush really, but it's okay. It all looks rough once the marker pen's around it. There you go. We go. I'm hoping this green dries a little lighter actually. It's a lot darker than I thought. The tube looks really light.
One.
Getting the green in. If I'd have had my way, we'd have done 2 stripes. We would have done Stripe and the other fella. Who's the other fella?
Daffy.
Daffy or someone. Yeah.
Or Mohawk or Brainy.
Yeah. But it's okay.
We could have had that.
Well, yeah, these are the 2 most recognisable ones. So
Yeah.
it's all.
Someone just came in and then they saw those two. Well, stripes recognisable.
Yeah. Alright, that's pretty much it, I think. And then it's the ink once it's all completely dry. Okay.
Bye.